Huh.
Hey guys, it's Dane at Jonah Guitars, and I got a brand new build series I'm going to start uploading. It's about this guy right here, the GECKO, and all of the whole process of building will be covered. It's going to be a very complete series. So I hope you join me, and we'll see you there. All right, so we're back in here. Neck is glued in and clamped into the body, and it's just sitting here drying. And I could unclamp it probably at this point, but I'm not going to. And just gonna put the tuners in. Yeah, these are the GOTO tuners. But because it's a 9-string and you can't buy a 9-string set of tuners, I went ahead and just purchased them individually from StewMac, and I priced around, and that actually worked out about the same price as trying to buy things, you know, different kinds of sets and all that. Anyway, close enough that I didn't feel like messing with trying to get tuners and making sure they were the same tuners from two different manufacturers or two different suppliers and all that kind of stuff. If that makes any sense. So just opening these things up and going for it. This is, you know, I mean, I like all of this process, but this is, to me, when it starts getting exciting. As you get the neck in, you can start doing, you know, you're getting toward the stringing the beast up phase, and that's pretty exciting. Oh, that's not wanting to go in there. Well, that's down quite a bit. So I probably have some filler or something in that hole that's hanging me up. I tried reaming these out. Well, I did ream them out, and in essence, I actually chipped the front of the peg head a little bit doing that. That's not all the way. Oh, that's not all the way up there either. I wonder. Okay, those are going to pull in. Yeah, I need to clean those holes out better. Yeah, I'll. I don't know if I can do that with the screw over. Put these clamps on here. I could probably just suck it on in with the threads, but I don't know if I trust these threads to be strong enough to do that. So let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this thing over, and I'm going to have to hang it off the edge of the bench to do that, and it'll be out of camera range. And I'm just going to take a drill bit and just run the twist bit in the back of these things. There's no lacquer on the back to chip or anything because it was just that oil finish. So I'm just going to flip it over. I'm not going to leave the camera running for that. We'll clean it up and we'll flip it back over and poke the tuners in here. All right. Okay, so we got the holes reamed out, and they're sliding right in there nice, like they're supposed to. Yep, looks good. little wrenches here, and yeah, I got it from Steve Mac. I know everybody loves to hate. You know, I used to do those. I had even a smaller little crescent wrench than this, and it's floating around here somewhere. But you know, and channel locks and things like that. And if you're careful, you know, they do a great job. But it's just way too easy to you know, to scratch your peg head if you slip. I know lots of times I'll use those just because I'm not going to pull strings off if I'm doing something. And I got a guitar that you know, I can tell that the nut's loose and I don't want to pull the strings off of it to tighten them, because you have to have the strings off obviously to do this. But man, this little wrench is just bomber. I should just, I will flip this over and just straight edge the back of these things, but I typically go off of what the tuners look like anyway. But yeah, now the top's just a straight line, the bottom's obviously a radius, so the bottom will definitely be done by eyeball. Really glad I decided to do this walnut veneer on the front of the peg head here. I could have left it, you know, just like the neck, just you know, the combination of woods on the back of the neck. But I really think this veneer ties it all in, and it's really classy looking with that walnut. Very happy with that. All right, I'm going to have to turn this thing over and fiddle with that one hole there that's not cooperating. Find out what's hanging me up in there. I can't see down in that spot, so. All right. When I drill these, just take the right size drill bit. And then I put a little flag of tape on the end of it so that as I drill in, I don't accidentally punch through the peg head or headstock or whatever. I realize when I say peg, it sounds like pig a lot of times, and it's not a pig head. It is a peg. And I'm sure that sounds exactly the same both times I say it. All right, I'm going to turn you off. That's enough of this tedium. Everything looks really good, as you can see, except that we're missing a tuner. There we go. Pretty nice. I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. Anyway, what I meant was, you can obviously. You see the the stripes coming through the peg head on the backside. And that, that's not a bad look, but I just think that's just superb. So very, very happy with that. And I added a second clamp here, not because I needed extra clamping pressure, but because I needed it to balance side to side when I had it sitting on the bench putting the tuners in. It wanted to roll over. Next morning, ready to pop the clamps off of the neck here. And there we go. This is the exciting part. One of many exciting parts in the process of the build. It is now officially a guitar. It's joined, and I like that. I do have some. Let's see. I'm trying to see where I'm at here. Okay, I do have some glue cleanup along this edge and this edge. The front where I could get to. What did I just do with my popsicle stick? It was just here. Well, okay. I just had it in my hand. And that's weird. Probably threw those clamps on top of it. Yep, I did. Alright, so I take a popsicle stick and I just cut a bevel on the end of it, which you probably may or may not, if I could find the, there it is. Yeah, you can see that bevel. So I just run it on the sander, and that allows me to just run it along the surface, and it just peels the glue off. And once it's gelled a little bit, I did that in here and down in the pocket and over here around, but I couldn't get to this back here, so there is there's glue dried on this. And probably I will see if it'll pop, but it popped off. There's a piece that just popped off. Popped off the finished parts okay. Got some right there. It's on top of the lacquer though, so it wasn't something from the clamping. Okay, it's gone now, a little spit. I'll go over this whole thing, of course, a number of times before it's all said and done. So I am popping some of that loose, and but I'll just take a rag with some hot water on it and soften that glue up right there and wipe it off. But just a quick little clip here, just showing that it's glued together. And the tuners are in place. I still have to drill and put the screws in the back. And then we're going to be ready. I mean, from this point it just goes together. We put some the electronics in it and string it up pretty much. I got the net is fashioned and it just needs to be slotted. So once we get strings on it, I can kind of see where, because the 12 string part of this, the first three high strings, it's 9 string part of it. Anyway, the doubles up here, just figuring out where those are going to be laying next to each other and get that worked out. So anyway, that's it.